like Drake is like a McDonald's almost, you know, and Kendrick is more like
Arby's.
Nah.
I would say he's more like a Michelin chef. You know what I mean? This is for a
Nah,
certain.
you bugging, son. You bugging.
1 star or 3 star?
No. He bugging. He said Michelin.
I know. That's a good one, though. That's a good one.
That was a good one.
You got the logo. You can see the logo in this.
Yeah. You can see the rum punch. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pop's Punch. All right, back at it. Richdiet Podcast. It's the platform that enriches the culture. And today, you know, we are here cooking it up. Another episode. I lost count, bro. Like
Probably at like 1,000.
I hope so.
Nah.
I think we're like around like 60 something.
Yeah, probably.
60 something.
Yeah, probably.
Anyways, today we got a very special, talented lyricist. This guy, you know, he's been making waves for years. His sound is somewhat melodic, but somewhat deep. Like, it evokes your emotions where you're like, yo, this guy's spitting some bars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's somewhat alternative. You know what I mean? Have you ever heard of alt rap?
I have. From him, actually.
Yeah.
So I know what it is now.
Yeah. So
and he's done a collab with one of an artist that we
sat down with. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I want to give a warm welcome. Brampton, Toronto born, the man himself, Skip Waiters. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Start clapping. Like there's a show, you know?
Welcome to the podcast,
welcome.
brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Yes. How you feeling, man?
I feel good, man. Just taking things one day at a time, you know. Just trying to make my mark in this world, you know.
For sure.
Facts.
For sure.
And how's that going, man? How's that process been since, you know, you've been making waves? You have 2 albums out, right?
2 albums. Yeah, I guess,
I would say studio, like big studio.
Yeah, I would say so for sure.
So how's that been? How's that journey been so far?
You know, it's been good. You know, I think the biggest thing is being an artist from Canada. It's hard to kind of make a name for yourself because you don't really have the infrastructure per se as opposed to the States and stuff like that.
Do you still? But you think that still now, even though like with the whole success of like Drake, The Weeknd, Justin Bieber, and those guys.
I do think so. Still, I think a lot of those situations are not. I don't want to say a one-off, but they definitely got more of a break when they left Canada, I would say. You know, and I think we still haven't cracked that code yet. You know what I mean? I think the benefit about being Canadian is that we have like grant funding and stuff like that.
True,
Whereas like, you know, states don't really have the opportunity to get like money to support your dreams.
Money from
You know,
You know what they do have in the States though? They have like a brotherhood that like, you know, if like
they
I'll
support.
bring this. Yeah, they support. Like
heavy.
Atlanta people.
I was about to say that Atlanta for sure is crazy.
Atlanta, but a lot of states are like that though. Even to Atlanta, like you know, West Coast, they all like look how they ganged up on the boy this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like they're like, nah, this is West
Those
Side.
Dodgers, huh? Those
Dodgers. Yeah, you see, hold on. Like, you got a Dodger hat on right now.
That's crazy.
Man.
Yeah, but no, that is true. The brotherhood, the support is always there, and we seem to lack that in Canada.
Yeah.
From your perspective, why do you think that is a thing?
I think we just have that crab in the bucket mentality. You know, the screw face capital of the world.
Yeah.
You know, everyone has a selfish outlook on certain things, you know. I think it's a lot of that. I don't think we have the best examples for collaboration too, when you kind of thinking about it, you know.
Yeah,
but,
true.
Yeah, I think that's what it is still. I don't know why it's like that. Maybe this, I don't know. I don't really have an answer, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just growing up in the city, it's always been that thing, you know. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's ego, pride.
Maybe it's the weather.
Maybe it's the weather. You know what I mean? The winter weather is it's not for the weak. So
yeah, exactly. Maybe the weather.
That's a good point, though. For real, though.
It could be the weather.
Yeah,
gloomy, cold, frigid weather.
You know, it highlights depression. It highlights negative emotions. That could play a big role in it for sure.
Yeah,
that's a good point, though. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. So, would you like to be categorized as a hip hop musician or alternative rapper?
I don't really do the labels too tough, but if I had to say, I would say like alternative, you know. But I kind of just do what feels right to me, you know. I definitely I don't experiment for the sake of experimenting. You know, like you won't see me do like a reggae record or something like that. But yeah, I just do what feels right. You know, if I feel like singing, I'm gonna try and sing. If I feel like rapping, I'm gonna try to rap. But I just try to make sure that it all makes sense in the world that I'm building. You know. Yeah.
And what is alternative rap?
I think I look at it like rap fusion. It's not like your typical boom bap. It's like taking elements from different genres and creating a new sound with that kind of thing, which I kind of borrowed from like Pharrell with that kind of approach to things. But yeah, I would say it's not your typical traditional. It's not traditional.
It's not traditional.
Yeah.
You know what I get when I hear alternative rap, like someone says that is, you ever see those guys on Instagram where they're like artists, not like music artists, but like actual artists.
Yeah.
And like the one that sticks out the most is that a group of people stood around to watch this guy walk around eggs. You ever seen that video? It's like an artistic. It's like this. I don't know how to explain it.
I know what you're saying. I never seen it, but I know that type of
art.
Yeah,
or like a man would have like a bucket of what's it called? A bucket of sand, and then it tips, and then everyone's like, oh, and then they start clapping. You know?
I get what you're saying, but for me, alternative. When I hear alternative rap, obviously I think of Pharrell a lot because he's just not like. He does not have that hardcore rap look, first off. But then again, he is spitting bars. He's freestyling, right? He's using like the hip hop like elements to make beats. You know what I'm saying? So is that what you're saying alternative rap kind of embodies?
I would say so. I also like Pharrell. I was one. Tyler, the Creator, is one.
Tyler, the Creator.
I would put Kendrick in there.
Kendrick, okay.
Candy.
Yeah.
Candy.
I know you hate him down here.
Hey, we didn't say that. I mean, hey.
We didn't say hate. Hate is a big word.
Yeah, like those guys. You know, Kanye.
Yes, I love Kanye.
Yeah. Like a lot of those guys, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I find most alternative people, like every album that they drop is different from the last. You know, they're always experimenting. That's the biggest thing. Is like they're always experimenting.
True,
you know?
True. And I know you've been making music for a long time.
Yeah.
And what other steps you had to take as a musician for you to reach out to fans and to be heard or discovered?
I think, well, in this climate now, it's, you know, back in the day, you can be mysterious and drop a song and no one knows who you are and you pop.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think those days are dead and gone now, you know.
Gone.
It's all about content. The content is key, you know. So for me, like, I invested in my own camera.
Sick.
You know, I learned how to do video editing. Like, I used to do, like, photography back in high school.
Okay.
So I kind of knew, like, the setup for a camera, per se.
Yeah,
it's not really, like, photography and videography, they're not too far off from each other, you know what I mean?
No.
So I picked up a camera, learned how to do video editing and learn about compositions and stuff like that. And I just shoot my own videos whenever I can't afford the big dog videos, you know?
It's funny because I was going through your Instagram and I'm like, yo, these photos are actually pretty cool. Like, you did like you know, like, and those, I'm assuming those were mostly yours?
Yeah.
Okay,
so if you see like the press photos, it's not me, obviously. Like I had a photographer do that kind of thing, but like the typical like social media type shit. Like, oh, sorry, can I swear on this?
No, bro. Talk your shit, bro.
Talk
your shit.
You want to say some funny shit? Say some funny shit.
Okay, so.
Who cares?
But yeah, the typical social media type of stuff is usually what I do myself, for sure. Like I curate the whole aesthetic of the Skip Waiters brand and stuff like that, for sure.
That's cool.
No, that's dope. I like the aesthetics.
Skip Waiters, where did that come from?
Well, funny story. Like, well, my full name is Christopher Martin. Okay. So that name is taken from like a reggae artist. Then you have Chris Martin from Coldplay.
Yeah.
So that name is kind of just is dust. I can't even use that.
Yeah.
So I was sitting around with my friend one time and we were just going over names that kind of sounded cool. And then he stopped at that one. I'm like, that makes sense, and I just ran with it, to be honest.
Skip Waiters.
Yeah.
Just like
there's no real meaning behind it. Well, like I would say like, stop waiting on people, like skip the line, but there's no real meaning. It's just a sick name. I thought it was cool, and I going to turn it into something.
For me, it was like, when I heard it, I was like, tip the waiter.
Okay.
Skip waiter.
Hey, honestly, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey,
funny,
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, when you get good music, you got to tip, like, kind of like you get good service, you tip the waiter.
I'm gonna have
You
to borrow,
get
I'm gonna have
good
to borrow that.
music, you
Yeah.
skip waiter. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna have to steal that still.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
there
Find
you
a
go.
bar to play around with it.
And the
That's
next,
just me.
the next song he comes out, he's gonna have a nice little thing.
You might
Yeah.
just, if you're on the lookout, I might just.
hey,
Just
listen.
gotta
You,
say,
you can give me
Richdiet.
2%
I'll
credit.
I'll
on
credit you
that.
for that. I'll credit
Just
you
for
for that
that bar.
for sure.
2% credit. I'm gonna be happy, bro. I'm good with that.
Shout out Richdiet.
Shout out
Congrats.
Richdiet.
Oh,
for
facts.
real.
Big facts.
What is a random like behind the scene like process that the regular consumers never see for you? Like either like coming up with the beat from freestyling, either like just thinking of a melodic tone or like a cadence. Like what are some like random BTS for you that you usually go for?
Honestly, like I don't create unless I hear the beat first.
Oh really?
Yeah, I've never create outside of that.
Okay.
And then normally I'll hear the beat. If it triggers my emotions and gets me going, then I'll like do like a run or a melody of a flow, and then I'll fill in the gaps after.
True,
That's
true,
normally
true.
like my creative process. Yeah, that's pretty much or not like these days I've been experimenting with like punching in, where like
Punching
I don't
in,
write
yeah.
anything at all, but I'm just kind of going as I go when I'm recording.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
those are like my main ways of creating, I would say for sure. Yeah, I find when I write music, it's very linear. If I'm punching in, it's more free form.
True.
You know, and I find it's more easier to get emotions out when it's not so strict on writing it down
Yes.
and things of that nature. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it's
Yeah.
not so scripted.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Do you have any bars that you like thought of on the spot that you kind of save for later instead? Or like
no.
have like a catalog of, or you literally just
No, it's
whatever
all,
comes to mind.
Whatever comes to mind is right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like now, before before this project that I'm putting out now, it was always whatever I say stays on the record. But now I'm learning how to like revisit certain things and polish certain things and kind of craft out the bars more and things of that
Yeah.
nature, which you'll hear in the song.
And you find that that's better, or do you think that could be possibly taking away from your creative?
I think it's
side of
better because a lot of times when you're doing things freeform, you don't really have a really fleshed out idea.
Yeah.
And sometimes you might have a sick bar. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna run with that. But 9 times out of 10, it's like, if you refine it, it can come harder than that.
Exactly. Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
If you refine it, you revisit it,
Exactly.
and you actually think it through, you're like, yo, I can come way harder than
Yeah.
just that free form freestyle.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like freestyling versus like writing it down. Like
yeah.
unless you're gifted like friggin'
Like
Absol
Juice
or
WRLD.
Juice WRLD or like all these guys, which I'm
Yeah.
not. So
Yeah,
I don't want to.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
there's
freestyling is
It's not for the week.
not for the week, yo. Like, there's some guys that can actually freestyle off top, just
Yeah.
come up with some crazy
I'm
shit.
telling you.
But there's some guys who are great artists, but like they can't freestyle for shit.
Yeah.
I'm one of them. So
That's what I was gonna ask.
Like,
Would you say you're a freestyler
not,
or not?
not in the slightest.
Okay,
But for
okay.
me, like I don't really look at myself as like a rapper per se.
True.
I'm more of a storyteller. Like I'm just
Storyteller, yeah.
telling my story on wax and making it sound good.
Yeah.
I'm big on the storytelling, less so much on like wordplay. Like I'll have wordplay in my stuff, but
it's more
the foundation is a story.
It's a story.
Yeah.
And it clearly it explains, because you said you come from photography and videography, so
Yeah.
you like to, when they say a still picture
Tells a thousand.
tells a
words.
story,
Yeah.
but a motion picture tells 1,000. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
it makes sense why you come from you have that kind of approach.
Yeah,
You know,
and I used to
storytelling.
do poetry as well. So like,
Okay,
that was
okay.
my first thing before I did music.
Okay,
So yeah,
like
yeah.
Slam
Okay.
poetry type of thing.
Like spoken word. Well,
Oh, spoken word, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing. But I did that all throughout high school.
Yeah.
I made a blog where it was just all poems I would just write and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's still up there now too, but I don't want to say it anymore. But yeah.
Funny story. The
Leave
first
that
time
for
I
the
went to what's it called, the poetry thing, the
Poetry slam.
yeah, or whatever, and people were going like this
Oh,
or
yeah.
snapping their fingers. I was looking around the room, I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah,
I didn't
it's
know,
like
right?
that. It's
Oh,
like
so
a
they were-
gesture.
Yeah, and then they were like, because instead of clapping,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
too
yeah.
loud or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, everyone's doing this, like, what the fuck is going on?
I know, right? You're like, what's going on in there?
Well, no, I
funny.
appreciate it.
Yeah, no, that's dope, bro. And
Yeah.
and obviously, it's a new season, it's a new feel, and you came up with this new song called Changes.
Mm-hmm.
What made you feel like Changes was something you wanted to like title the song and storytell?
I think this time around on this new project, I want to be more specific and direct with my life story. and I was trying to figure out ways for things to resonate more. I find that sometimes when you can rap all day if you want, but like when you look at it, like it's melody and R&B that kind of travels longer than rap does.
Yeah.
You know, and if 9 times out of 10, what I'm listening to is not really rap music, to be honest. It's a lot of like neo soul, funk, R&B. Like I grew up on a lot of like Michael Jackson and Prince and all these kind of things. So that was like my rendition of like a Michael Jackson record.
Yeah.
But I call it Changes because the chorus is talking about the seasons, but it's in reference to say like, you know, the song is basically like when the grass is green on the other side, what does that look like? And you know that 9 times out of 10, when it seems like that once you get over to the other side, it's not what it seems like.
Yeah, it's an illusion.
Exactly. But despite knowing that, I'm begging like, don't change on me like the seasons do.
True.
And that's where the changes like idea came into play for sure.
Nice. Is it not? It's not about a girl breaking your heart, like, you know, changing up on you, or is it metaphorically in that same kind of?
Honestly, it's a bit of everything, to be honest. But I would say this song is a piece of a story that's a part of a bigger picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you hear the full project, you'll see where that comes into play.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So this is just the first piece of a bigger story.
Of the puzzle. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like
So
that.
it's like an Easter egg sort of thing to a bigger thing. Okay.
Yeah. But as the music comes out, you'll see the story kind of
get to put
stuff
it
together.
all in pieces. And
but technically, it is about a girl. It's about a relationship.
True.
But I don't want to explain too much about it, but it's more so like when you're in a committed relationship, but you get tempted by somebody else, and that feels better than where you currently have. That's what that whole changes thing is about.
True.
You know what? That's a perfect segue to, and this is like a little off script from what we're going with, but. What do you think about Justin Trudeau's love triangle? With Katy Perry.
Yeah.
You think it's real or fake?
I didn't believe it when I saw it, to be honest. I don't know if it's real, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying. He's telling me no, it's
She
real.
tweeted about it too. So.
Yeah, she tweeted it.
yeah.
Yeah, and I told him earlier. I'm like, it's true. He's like, that's AI. I'm like, no, it's not.
I think it's legit still.
Hey,
damn.
That nigga tripping though. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
it's cool. That nigga tripping for real.
That's crazy though.
Talk about level up.
Or changes. You know,
hey, you know what I mean?
Hey, grass.
That's
maybe
funny,
the grass
though.
is green on the other side.
Maybe
Hey,
we'll see. We'll see. Give it some time though.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, right? But I was telling him earlier, I was like, yo, imagine your stepmom's Katy Perry, you know?
That's
like,
wild still.
But
that's crazy.
And then I was telling him, what if he got with her just so that she could help his son with his rap career?
Oh, I didn't even know his son raps.
Really? No, he's not a rapper. He's like an R&B kind of.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, really?
It is, but
Yeah, Xavier.
Oh, I did not know that.
No, his
Yeah,
son.
yeah,
He has
yeah.
a son who's like 18, 19-year-old.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to be in politics. I want to make music.
Yeah.
Is he good?
He's fire.
It's
He's
all
Oh, really?
Bro, he dropped his song and it was all over like CB24
Oh, sweet
a
word.
month ago. And,
Oh, I gotta check it out. So I
yeah,
didn't
you
know
gotta
that.
check it
but
out. His
someone
name
was
is
pressing
Xavier
him,
Trudeau. Xavier Trudeau.
Yeah, someone was pressing him about coming to the city or something like that.
Well, you know, because he's freaking
I don't know what happened,
golden
but-
spoon raised.
Oh,
you know?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So they're
White
like,
guy,
bro,
white kid,
why,
you
know.
why you need to make music? Like,
Yeah.
You know?
That's crazy though.
But it's like, yo, he doesn't want
Why
to do
not? That's an
politics.
expression. It's something that,
Yeah, he's young, man. Let him express
Yeah,
himself.
exactly. But I don't
Enjoy.
think it's because he got where to get Katy Perry to
Nah,
listen
I know,
to his
I know.
son's song. That's
crazy
like
theory, but
Nah, True don't know what he's doing, bro.
Yeah,
He
he know what he's doing.
sees
He know what he's
some
doing.
fine ass,
That's
some
hilarious.
fine American ass. He's on that. He's
you
like,
think she's gonna get citizenship?
I mean, it's not easy. I mean,
Wait, she's
it's
Canadian,
not hard.
isn't she?
Is she Katy Perry? Is she Katy?
No, she's American.
She's
dude.
American for sure?
She's
She's
like
American, yeah.
all time American, like
Yeah.
poster child. Like she's up there. Yeah, she's one of those American.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
she's American.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
she is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not gonna be a
yeah.
hard thing. Come on, man. It's freaking Trudeau.
It's Trudeau.
What do you
Right.
mean? Yeah, that's right. They just give out fucking
Right.
Yeah,
citizenships in Canada to anybody.
That's like handing her like a freaking a flower. Like I
Yeah.
got you. Here's a citizenship,
That
by the
word.
way.
They're gonna get married and then they're gonna post
That's
it
crazy.
to immigration.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's cool, man.
It's
Kudos to
hilarious.
them. Shout out to Trudeau.
Yeah, man.
Even though he effed up the country,
I'm telling you.
know, but that's another topic.
Another
you
day,
know,
right?
that's another topic.
Fuck the country. Now he's fucking Katy Perry. Nice. Nice.
So
Nice.
what I was actually referring to earlier was that I know you had a few mixtapes out, but you had your first album, and in the car, me and Zico were listening to The Human Experience, which
Yeah.
is your sophomore album.
Yeah.
Which that title itself is so deep. It's like the human experience. Like right now, we all sitting here, we're all having a human
Yeah.
experience. You
Yeah,
know
for
what I
sure.
mean? And what was the reason why you called it the human experience, and what is like the deep message behind it?
I think for me, like a lot of my music is very personal. Like I don't really write for the sake of writing. Like there's always truth to everything that I have to say. And I guess the human experience is more so like me having like an interesting idea of like, let's say like aliens came down to Earth, and you had a brochure for them to tell them what to expect being down here. What would that world look like? And that turned into like,
That's
you know,
a cool
you
way
deal
to
with
put it.
love,
Yeah.
pride, anger, death, all these things into one, you know. But it's based around my experience. But I think my experience is very relative to everyone else as well.
Yeah.
And that's like the main idea of how I kind of created that whole project for sure.
That's
Sure.
cool.
It's interesting.
What inspires you too? Like, is there anything else that that makes you write your songs?
The main thing is living my life, to be honest. Like I had a very interesting life, and I feel like me doing music is my way of servicing people. You know, I was one of those kids that kind of grew up on television and music that kind of helped me navigate life.
Yeah.
And that was my way of like paying it forward to say, you know, I want to be that for somebody else as well. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
But if I have to live in order to get to be inspired,
For
basically.
sure, yeah. You
Yeah.
got to live and experience life, and like the human experience is it's very important. I
Yeah.
feel like for us, we're really blessed because when we were kids, we were able to go outside
Exactly.
and have human level experience.
Facts.
The kids nowadays,
They don't have that no more.
They're having
No.
cyber
Yeah.
level experience where like they're on their
No,
iPads,
facts.
on their
Twitter
computer.
fingers.
Yeah.
They're on their phone 24/7.
It's
You know
true.
what I mean? So they don't really like go ride a bike. They don't go
Nah,
really go
yo.
jump a fence.
Nah,
Like you know,
facts.
they don't get dirty and like you
Yeah.
know like do like the human things that
Yeah.
us like when we did when we were kids. So it's kind of
Yeah, which I think
crazy.
is more of an incentive to make that kind of music for them too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because man, I would hate to live in this time now where like all you know is freaking Instagram and fucking
Dude, like-
YouTube and like,
Yeah, you saying that brought me back to thinking about. Remember Manhunt? You ever played
yeah, of
Manhunt?
course.
love man.
Yo,
Trust
like
me.
we used to play Manhunt, but it was like the older guys would like if they caught the young guys, they get to beat them before they put them in the little jail thing. So it's like you
Yeah.
really couldn't get caught. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and it's like they'll never know those types of like
All that stuff.
Games
Even like
or
door,
experiences. Yeah, Nicky Nine Door.
Nicky Nine Door, yeah.
Yeah.
Just go around the block,
holy
just
shit.
slamming shit and just dipping, you know? Like
you.
that was like
Back in my Toronto days, I used to play. Like, I don't know if you know American for Kicks.
Of
You ever heard that?
course.
Yeah.
All that stuff, Reddit, you know, all that
Yep,
stuff,
yep.
man.
Yeah,
They
that's-
won't get to experience none of that stuff. It's kind
They
of
will
scary.
ne-
when you
yeah,
think
they
about
will
it.
never know that stuff.
Yeah.
And they'll probably look at us and be like, look at
Look
these,
at
look at
these
these
old
old
heads.
motherfuckers.
Look
Yeah,
at these
yeah.
old heads, these
Yeah.
washed up old heads.
Yeah, and all they want to do now is just smoke weed and
It's crazy.
Not even smoke vapes.
Yeah,
even that
too.
too.
That's
Like,
bad.
Yeah.
You smoke vape?
No, I don't. I don't.
Okay,
I
okay,
don't.
okay,
Most
okay,
I'll do a
yeah.
little weed, but that's
Yeah, you
Vapes-
enjoy yourself, whatever. But it's
Yeah,
like these
yeah.
guys are like they're smoking weed like they're cigarettes.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like they can't live without it. That's crazy.
I
to
was
me.
like that too 3 years ago.
really.
But
Yeah?
I stopped.
Mm.
It's been 3 years. So
You haven't smoked since?
put down the devil's lettuce, you know.
Yeah, dude.
That's
That's what's up. Still.
good, man.
But the vapes, it's like it's a bad thing, bro. It's,
Yeah, I
vapes
mean,
is just like a whole
listen,
nother
anything
ballgame.
that is an addictive thing could be poisonous,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Coffee could be poisonous depending on how you drink it, how you know, too
Yeah.
much sugar, too much this, too much that, too much cream.
I think that's a subjective statement because
yeah.
being addictive to writing music or making song, that's not a poisonous thing.
No, but it could get to the point where it's like you're in a loop and all you're doing is just you're making music for what, right?
Yeah, you're not getting that inner fulfillment because you're
Yeah.
just crafting out stuff just to craft.
So you
stuff.
think
Yeah.
that's
that could be
ma-
a thing? That could be a
That could
thing.
be a
thing,
I think
yeah.
so. Yeah, for sure. Because
Yeah.
what's music without a soul, right? And you need to
Exactly.
be able to experience these things before you go back into create art. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that can be a thing for sure. Not for everybody.
Yeah.
People won't mind, but
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
if you have like an understanding of self,
Yeah.
that can be an issue for you. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's how I
So-
look at it.
It's a good
But
album.
speaking of poison, you have a song with K
K
Forest.
K4 is the big dog.
Yeah.
Ah,
Shout out
yeah.
K Forest.
Shout out to
the-
K
Called
Forest
Poison
for real.
Ivy. How did that whole collab happen?
Yeah, I'm good friends with K. I met him through. I don't know if you know Summer Knox. He's
Sounds
a
familiar.
Maple Leaf DJ.
Oh, yeah.
So he connected us, and we just been vibing ever since. And yeah, he sent me the track. The track was crazy.
Sick.
I
Yeah,
penned
the
it
song
up,
is
recorded
hard.
it, and then I sent it back to him, and the rest is history. Still.
Yeah, I think we had that on like repeat for like.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Just
shout out to
listen
K4S,
it,
man.
listen
We're
to
like,
it.
oh, this is
Yeah.
fire.
I'm telling you, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's like when you first discover a song that's fire, like, ooh, play
Yeah,
us back.
yeah.
Yeah,
One
one of
more
my favorite
time.
songs for sure.
One more
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, trust me. K4S is hard.
Yeah, he's mad talented. He has a unique sound. He's kind of alternative R&B.
Yeah, I would say so.
If I think about it, he's a bit alternative R&B.
Yeah, I would
like
say
he's
so.
he's
Yeah.
in that pocket, you
Yeah.
know. Like he's doing his thing.
And he's a fellow Brampton man too.
Yeah.
So shout out to Brampton.
Yeah, shout out to Brampton. Brampton boys going
Hey,
crazy
man.
out there, bro.
Just saying, man.
What's in the water in Brampton?
Just saying. I don't. You know what? Honestly, I feel like I don't know. You know, like I feel like Brampton's very different from Toronto, where like Toronto's very busy.
True.
It's very easy for you to get distracted with things you shouldn't be getting distracted with.
Yeah.
You know, like Brampton's very like secluded, almost suburbs vibes.
Yeah.
You have
Everyone's
time
just
to
in their
think
own
to yourself.
corridors type
That
thing.
kind of
Yeah,
thing.
But
yeah.
yo, you guys are active out in Brampton. Like,
No, now we are, but
you
there's
guys are active.
there was a moment before like the government was I think back when I was in high school, like there was a situation where like the government shipped a lot of like bad kids to Brampton.
Yeah.
And that kind of spin the city up.
It did. Spin it around. 'Cause
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
hearing Brampton's
Yeah.
always on the headline. Like, news.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yo,
know Brampton to be on the headline
Four
for
carjackings in Brampton.
that,
Yeah,
or-
they're getting active out there now. Still.
or accidents,
Accidents,
or
jewelry robbery.
Yeah,
This,
it's-
that.
it's
Or
crazy over
Someone
there
else
still.
got burned down.
Yeah.
you guys got to slow down over there.
Yeah.
Yo, what's
trust
in the
me.
water in Brampton, yo?
I don't know,
But then
man.
again, it's like the music and the talent that comes out of Brampton is almost like it's shockingly good. Like, you
Yeah,
know,
man.
like
There's a lot of talent out
Tory
there, man.
Lanez.
Tory Lanez, yeah.
Skip, K
Yeah.
Forest.
Even for y'all on like a creative level.
Bro,
yeah.
shout out to Trey and
You know?
Jermaine. Yo, Jermaine,
Yep.
they're doing their thing. They got the show on Crave.
Yeah,
They're doing
Yeah,
big
man,
things.
it's big. It's big.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to Tristan Thompson. You know, that's my
Yeah,
dog.
yeah,
you
I mean,
know, TT.
Party next door.
Hey, technically Saga. Don't try that.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
Don't try that.
But you went to
Borderline,
school.
borderline.
Went to school in Brampton though, right? High
I
school.
don't know, but I know he
Alright.
represents
I
Saga, bro. Come
I almost
on.
had
Correct
that
me
right.
if I'm wrong.
Yeah. Tell us in the comments. But
Yeah. So for fans that like to dive deep with like aesthetics and lyrics, do you sometimes find it like it's kind of like a cool element to add like secretive like, you know, like messages behind your music, you know? Do you think that's like a thing, or you just like lay it out all flat, like you just like tell them, yo, it is what it is?
I try to do a mixture of both, to be honest. Like, I kind of like when people listen to a song and they get their own interpretation from it.
True.
But sometimes if a story is like really impactful or important to me, then I'll be like super literal about it. But even then, I'll kind of code it in a way where like if you know it's you will understand it versus the people that are listening to it. You know. But I like when art is like subjective. You know, I don't want to put
Yeah.
like a box on where the music can go. You know.
Yeah. No, that's dope.
Like, who would you want to do a collab with?
Like, is this from
Local,
the city or anywhere?
Anyone,
Anyone.
globally, like even if you want to
Globally.
cross over
Like, what would be-
genres.
what would be your ideal?
Ideal.
Yeah,
That'd be
cool.
one, right?
Yeah, it could be one. Yeah, let's say one for now.
For one, yeah.
I always say Sanfa still.
Sanfa.
Yeah, a bunch of UK man, you know what I mean? But
Sanfa's fire.
yeah, he's one of my favorite artists though. Like
Yeah.
hands down, like
Don't
generational
think
talent
about
right
it
there.
too much,
Yes,
too
sir.
much.
Sanfa's number
fire.
one still. He's number one.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Not
yeah.
Kendrick.
Nah. That'd be amazing though, you know. But I find
Yeah.
too like the way my voice is set up, people do a lot of comparisons to the whole
Yeah.
Kendrick thing. But
I think a good one would be Anderson .Paak.
oh yeah. I get that comparisons too as well. But Anderson .Paak is fire too. And
Fire, bro.
especially
And-
the No Worries is that group he has with Knowledge. Crazy.
yeah, and he knows how to play multiple instruments.
Oh yeah.
You play instruments too?
I was learning how to play piano for a bit, but I want to get back into it, but I was going through this like dilemma where like, do I get better at producing or do I get better as an artist through rapping and singing and stuff like that? And I kind of took this side of things, but I'm getting back to a place now when I want to like put more time into like learning how to play piano and getting better at production and stuff like that for sure.
All right. What would you say your top 5 artists are?
Top 5 artists.
Top 5 greatest artists.
Dial on, Sanfa, I would say I would throw Pharrell in there.
Dope.
Throw Kanye in there. I would throw Kendrick in there.
Kendrick, okay.
Yeah. I'll throw. And I would throw the Clips in there too.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Clips came out with a fire album.
Crazy,
The album.
flawless.
Bro, everybody sleeps on them, and bro, what's his name?
Pusha?
Pusha has probably been one of my favorite rappers.
He's one of the best rappers alive, in my opinion.
Yo,
man. He
thank you.
slept on, but
Thank you.
Yeah.
See?
I don't know about best rapper alive, man.
people
Pusha
think it's
T?
just coke rap, but it's layered,
Bro,
man. It's not.
Yo,
just,
I'm telling you.
Sometimes it's almost like bro, are you really living that rap? What you rapping about? Like,
You don't
Listen,
think.
even if
Bro,
he
how
is or
much-
he isn't.
I look at it like how much bricks you really sold, brother, for you to not be caught like by now. Like, come on,
Yeah.
bro.
Yo, but okay, look at.
come on,
There's
bro.
so there's a
Cut the cap, Pusha.
hold on. So let me explain. Okay, so there was this I think they're called Cocaine Cowboys or
Yeah.
something
I
like
heard
that.
about that. Yeah.
They were the two brothers on Netflix, bro. They were selling so much drugs for the last like 25 years. But the moment they killed one person, that's when the cops were like, hold on a second.
Oh, that's crazy.
There's more to you guys, and you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
And then they
but-
started.
But that's what I'm trying to say is like, bro, he's been rapping about selling bricks for 20, 30 years. And it's like, okay, like, come on. There hasn't been anything come up to surface saying that, yo, like, you're involved in this and that. Like,
Well, that's a
I
good
don't
thing.
know. It's a good thing, but it's almost questionable as like, is he really rapping what he's rapping about?
Listen, man.
But is everybody? When you think about it,
Was Rick Ross? Was Rick Ross or
I
Rose?
ain't gonna lie, I had a feel like Rick Ross. I had a feeling like he was facade from the beginning, but then again, I've heard some shit like Rick Ross is a boss in Miami. Like he's got his little, you know.
Just because you could
That's
say
right.
shit on camera don't mean shit. Just because
Yeah.
you could say something, 1,000 miles away from somebody else who's, like.
But
fuck
then
that.
again, he could be rapping and in like a third person, So who knows?
Of course he's
who knows, man?
You know what I mean?
I know. He says he treats his music like Quentin Tarantino movies.
Oh,
Like
okay.
that's like his
Very
world
dramatic.
building. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind. I mean,
And what are Quentin Tarantino movies? Usually fake, fictional.
yeah. But people come to see it every time, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they love that idea of that it could be real, right?
Yeah. And despite like it being real or not, like you can't discredit his pen, man. Like the
Yeah.
stuff that he says, like not a lot of mans can rap like that.
Lyrically,
Right?
sure, no
Metaphors
problem.
go crazy.
But Pusha,
I mean, I'm gonna give it to him. He's a great rapper.
Yeah.
Like he won that battle with Drizzy a few years back.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You know what I mean? That was crazy. But like, what do you?
I hated that they battled. But,
I hate that they
battled.
battled, but like, hey, you know what I mean? Battles happen sometimes.
It's hip-hop, man.
It's
Yeah,
hip hop.
yeah,
Hip hop
that's
is a sport.
Yeah.
And when we're talking about beefs and rap beefs, what's your take on that recent Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef?
Since you're wearing this Dodgers hat
And
over
since
here.
you love Kendrick, he's in your top 5.
But I think that it's obvious that we all know who won, right?
No, I don't
No,
know.
who
So
won?
tell,
Who won?
tell me who won.
I think Kendrick won,
Oh,
man.
man.
Do you guys believe that Drake won the beef?
Listen,
If
man.
you're being honest with yourself?
Personally, I think.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm not a Kendrick fan. And it's not
Yeah.
not disrespectful
Yeah,
or
yeah,
anything
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's just I never vibe with his music.
But is that hometown bias, or you think it's
No,
not?
I mean-
even before the beef, I
Yeah,
never
yeah.
listened
Listen,
to
Family
Kendrick.
Matter was a one hell of a diss track. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna lie.
very crafted, very well
And-
crafted.
But,
But-
what I liked was when Kendrick had like the respond and the timing. It was like, oh, he responded that quick. But then again, when it got to like Meet the Grams, it just got dark,
Yeah.
Like after that, I lost respect for Kendrick. I'm like, why are
really?
you wishing death on a man, saying I hate you, I hope you die, this, that, and that?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
come on, bro. That's like out of context now from like the whole hip hop
Yeah.
sport. So I really think Drake bodied him
Because of that.
because of that.
I hear you.
And then
man.
I get it. He drops the whole LA. Not like I'm like, oh my god. I'm like.
But you don't think
what?
Euphoria was hard? The first track?
It was cool. It was cool.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Interesting.
cool. What'd you think? You think that
Yeah,
shit was
yeah, that
hard?
track was crazy.
You think it was better than Meet the Grams?
Euphoria? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Really?
I think Euphoria it's interesting because I think Euphoria kind of prophesied the whole entire thing after the fact, which is kind of mind blowing to me. You know, that was like a warning, which he didn't really take heed to, and that's what transpired after that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
But-
guess, yeah. I mean, I
But
don't know.
teachers own, man. I think it boils down to, like you said, like if you like their type of music that they make, you know, like
yeah,
I think
Yeah.
if you're not a Kendrick fan in general, you're not gonna think Kendrick won, right?
true.
You know, but
Yeah, I mean, lyrically, he's a great artist, but
Yeah.
it's just like, to me, I don't know what it is. That it's just.
I will say, like, Kendrick's music is definitely for a specific audience.
Yes,
You know, I think the
yes.
benefit about Drake is that it's very wide scope. Like,
Yeah.
it's for everybody.
Yeah,
You know, and
yeah.
I don't think, like, Drake is like a McDonald's almost, you know, and Kendrick
Yeah.
is more like,
Arby's.
Nah.
I would say he's more like a Michelin chef, you know what I mean? This is for a
Michelin-
certain.
You bugging, son. You bugging.
1 star or 3
No,
star?
no. He bugging. He said Michelin.
I know. That's a good one, though. That's a good one.
That was a good one. But
Oh,
nah. But hey, listen, McDonald's always consistent.
It is, but
Hey.
it's all. Oh, no, I do not say that. But, no, you're right. You're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's all subjective on who won,
Yeah,
who
for sure,
lost
for
at the end
sure.
of the day. Like you said, Kendrick music is, you know, it's his audience is a specific kind of audience.
Yeah.
Drake audience is, you know,
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
wide
It's for,
scope.
yeah, it's for everybody, man.
It's very
Yeah.
digestible, you
Yeah,
know, like
yeah.
it's very, you know, friendly, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I like some of the joints that Kendrick put out, like, you know, a lot of his new joints. I'm like, yeah, this is mad, you know, cool. Like I would listen to it, but like I guess for me, home court advantage, like the home bias plays.
We're from Toronto.
Yeah, we're
you
from
know?
Toronto.
You know,
I
you
gotta-
have to.
You gotta represent.
But do you
have to.
like the stuff that he's been putting out post beef, like Drake?
Post beef?
Drake? Hell yeah.
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 You like the last album he put out, and then the Iceman promo
Of
stuff.
course.
I haven't really
Bro-
paid too much.
No, so
mind.
the what's it called? What's the song?
What I Miss?
What did I miss? Yeah. But I'm waiting for the rest of the album to come out because that sounds like it's gonna be
Yeah, it sounds like he's ready to, like, you know, let it all be known, like what really went down,
Yeah.
especially behind closed door. Because as a consumer, we only see
Yeah.
what we see online, right?
But that's the other thing I was gonna mention too, or like, you know, like when you're talking about like the stuff that Kendrick was saying towards Drake. Like there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that you may not be aware of or privy to, where it's just like maybe that's warranted. Who knows? You
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I think it's deeper than just the average consumer, in my opinion.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, nobody died.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
fun
That's
battle.
a positive, right?
That's
Everybody
positive,
enjoyed
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Like it created like a whole division, like this whole, you know, conversation to see
Yeah.
who's the better artist and who can, you know, debate it the best. And
I think it was a friend, not a friendly, but like a great
battle,
moment
yeah.
in hip hop,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's like hip hop got kind of a new shell peeled
Yeah.
off of it. It's like, hip hop is
I
back.
think before that, hip hop was kind of it was dying in my opinion.
It was dying
Like,
a bit,
No
yeah.
one didn't care about rap like that until
No.
that sparked up. You know?
Sparked
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
yeah. And
yeah.
it's healthy. Every
Yeah.
every few years, that needs to happen.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
people that proclaim their greatness, oh, I'm the best rapper alive,
You gotta
versus
prove
the
it,
other,
you know?
now you get put to the test.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
prove
like
it.
boxing, right? Like
Yeah.
look, boxing was a
The
dying
greatest
sport,
boxers in
and
the
now
world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jake Paul took it, and still it's dying because of him because he's fighting old guys.
Mike
and,
Tyson, right?
like,
That's crazy.
I mean, it's fun. It's at the end of the day, it's entertainment. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I felt bad for Mike Tyson though. That was kind of sad to watch. Not a little.
Oh man, I was hoping he was gonna rip his head off
Me
with a
too,
nice
but
woo.
yeah.
His
He
little
kept
one
on going
step
like this.
hook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Biden is.
I'm sure it's
what was
big-
that about?
I think it's
I
the
heard he's
frustration.
pulling his punches though. That's what I
Yeah,
heard.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
After
yeah.
that was him doing that, so he doesn't like get too carried away.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I saw. I don't know if it's true, but
So
I
you're
seen
saying
that.
he could have knocked that white boy out?
That's what
What?
the streets are saying. So,
Bro,
He's 50-something years old, bro.
bro,
You see him
it
in- you see him in
doesn't
practice?
matter.
but when he's training, he's vicious, bro.
I watched
that guy
I
in
watched
training,
that
not the same
whole
guy
thing.
in the ring.
Nope.
So,
So he sold that fight.
just say it, man. Hey,
Entertainment. Let's just call it
Entertainment.
entertainment. He's
Entertainment.
still one of the greatest
For sure.
fighters of all time, hands
Yeah.
down. Despite whatever it was that he did, bro.
Yeah, man. You know,
One of my favorites.
I enjoy the sports. I enjoy like the music and everything. And there's a lot of love going around with like the female rappers right now.
Yeah.
You know, is there any female rapper right now that kind of like always gets you excited to hear, or kind of like, you know, it's just like it's underrated that you feel deserves more attention?
Honestly, I would say Rhapsody. You ever heard of that girl?
Rhapsody, yeah. I've heard of her.
She's like
Yeah,
one of the best rappers alive, in my opinion. And
she got a nasty pen.
Yeah, no female that I've seen is touching that girl when it comes to rapping.
Really?
Personally, you know, but she's an older
Yeah,
person,
she's been around for a while.
Yeah, and she doesn't really play like the sex appeal game. You know, she's just strictly for the bars and that's it. You know, but she's like one of my favorite, probably my favorite female rapper for sure.
What about Doechii?
I would say she's nice. But I would put her more so in like a pop bag.
Pop bag.
You know,
yeah.
like she's nice though. I know people are saying the whole industry plant thing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think that she has a good team and they have a good way to market her. You know.
Yeah.
What's an industry plant though? Like what's
I don't really get it. You know. I think what she's doing is marketing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like at the end of the day you can't like force people to mess with you like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So despite what you do, if the music is trash or it's not resonating, no matter what you do, it's not gonna translate.
Yeah.
You know, so there has to be some type of truth there and that she's nice, right? What she does, but.
I mean, she could spit. She signed a TDE for a reason,
Yeah,
like, you
facts.
know, and
She's very versatile.
She just won some awards. I think at the last
It was the Grammys.
the Grammys. You
Yeah.
know, she took home a few Grammys,
Yeah.
which is like, it's a pretty big
She's
deal.
super
She could
talented,
rap.
man.
She's
She's like the new age Nicki Minaj kind of, in my opinion.
Yeah.
For sure.
So now you get a chance to hop in the booth with Doechii, and you know you guys got to go bar for bar.
She's killing me. She's killing me, man.
She's killing you. You're not all barring her. Oh man.
Like for me, like I said, I'm really I don't look at myself as a rapper, to be honest, man.
True,
Like
true.
I tell stories, you know,
Yeah.
and I make sure that it's pleasing to the ear, and that's as far as I go with it. I want to get better at rapping, but for me, I would be lying to myself to say like I'm the hottest rapper. Like I'm more of a I tell my truth, tell my story,
Tell your
and that's
story.
as in a creative way.
Yeah.
And I just want to keep
Paint the
expanding on
picture,
that.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's dope.
Yeah.
Being on the camera side of things and then now being a rapper, well, not a rapper, an artist.
Yeah.
What would you like more? Would you rather, like, if you were to change back time, would you be a director or photographer or
Actor.
is this what you were destined to do?
It's tricky, man. Like, cause I never really looked at myself as being a musician at all, to be honest. Like, I started making music because I was tired of what I was hearing on the radio, and I just had a random idea. Like, if I made music, I would like it because I made it. So I opened up GarageBand and started making music randomly.
Yeah.
And I liked it because I made it.
Yeah.
And then I kind of took it from there. But you know, I think I'm very introverted. So like. I prefer not to be in front of the camera like this, to be honest. It's more easy to be behind the scenes, do my
course.
thing, and I'm out of here, you know?
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm still trying to get used to. But I'm learning to enjoy the perks of both. You know, I think you can go a lot further when you're in the forefront than behind the camera. You know, you can make better connections, and things can translate a lot better than just being behind the scenes, you know? Sometimes when you're behind the camera, you're like limited to who you're working for. Versus when you have both elements about it, you can kind of dictate how you want things to go, you know.
Right.
But yeah.
We just lost a R&B icon, D'Angelo.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace for sure. And he was battling with a private, health issue.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when artists, big artists, they're battling with these, health problems, they tend to be battling in silence.
Yeah.
Do you think that's the right approach, or should they vocalize it to the public?
Good question.
I think it's tough, man. Cause I think, he was battling with things in private, but I would bet that the people that matter knew, you know, and I think that not everything is for public consumption. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care about letting somebody know something that does not care about me. You know, I think that's where I kind of lean more towards. I think if you have fans and supporters, it'd be nice to pay them that respect to say, you know, this is what's going on with me. But at the same time, I think sometimes I think there's no right or wrong answer to it.
Sure.
You know, I think you're entitled to keep things to yourself.
Yeah, and I feel like it depends on the type of person you are. Like you said, if
Exactly.
you're an introvert,
You're not going to want to share things like that, you know?
yeah. But if you're an extrovert, you're like, I'm gonna let the whole world know.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And sometimes there's cons to that, right? Like,
True.
are you doing it for attention, or are you doing it for, there's so much things around it that's like, I think there's more negative connotations of that than not doing it. You know what I mean? But I think there's still, I don't think there's a right or wrong way to approach to it.
True. But my thing is like, artists like him, for instance, like, he probably wasn't getting that much support at his age, and because he's been so silent for a while. But the moment he passes away and everyone knows what happened to him, everyone's streaming his music. Everyone is like, oh my God, posting about him. So it's like,
my favorite artist.
You see what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's like, if he had been vocal about it, would the fans?
But I think
it happens regardless, right?
I think it's just. I mean, me personally, if I heard like somebody vocalizing that, I would probably be like, oh, this guy's looking for attention, Like, what's like? Do they need money for us to all stream their music? You know what I mean? Like,
perhaps.
Yeah, I don't know.
Perhaps they just want to make sure their estate is in good, standing. Yeah. Their debts are cleared. He's like, yo, I got 4 months. I'm battling with stage 4 cancer. Where all my fans have been supporting me all my life. Yo, this is my situation,
Yeah. I don't know if that's, for me personally, I don't think that'd be the last thing that I would want.
I wouldn't care about it. My last days, I'm not even thinking about that.
I'm like thinking about family. I'm thinking about my kids, wife, whatever, mom, dad. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And naturally, like you see, like his personality naturally was always like he made 3 albums every 10,000 years. Like, he's never been that kind of person to just be out there like that. But I think he was there for a certain mission, and he accomplished that mission, and that was that. But even before he passed away, like he was battling with like a drug addiction and things of that nature, and he kind of did that thing before where he separated himself and no one really knew about it until he popped up back again after. But
and he even hated attention, because like even his manager mentioned how him and Erykah Badu were like the founders of neo soul music.
Yeah, he hated that,
and he hated that fact that he was like, yo, why you categorizing me as this type of artist? It's like, I'm different.
He even got pissed off when Untitled blew up with the music video with his shirt off. And it turned to a thing at the shows where a lot of girls were just there to see him take off his shirt and stuff like that.
But apparently he was butt naked.
No, he had pajamas on.
No, he was butt naked. I remember as a kid hearing that he was butt naked.
That's what I heard.
Maybe he had a sock on.
That's crazy. But but he stopped doing, like, he took a break because it was not about the music anymore. It was just about him being a sex symbol, and he didn't like that.
Yeah, interesting.
I
didn't know that about him.
Cool. He's I come from that kind of era of things, of like growing up on D'Angelo and Raphael Sadiq and all those guys.
I grew up on Cisco. That song.
Songs.
He wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? Cisco's the opposite. He wanted the girls to chase him.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But like he was just like, he was a bit obnoxious.
For sure. But you can see it in the hair, man. He wanted the attention for sure.
It was crazy.
Yo, and you know what's more crazy is, like, when you think back on those songs, it's like those were the closest to what we had as like something that was R-rated.
Coming out of Brampton, what are your top 3 things that you must have that you can't live without?
Is it like monetary things or
anything?
Anything.
I can't live without.
You can't live without. It could be your car. It could be your favorite restaurant.
I drive a Honda Civic, so we good on that. But
hey, as long as you
I
have
can live without that.
to B, it don't matter.
I would say my daughter, for one. That's probably first and foremost.
Valid.
I would say a peace of mind. And I would say God. Not necessarily not all that in that order, but I think I want to be at a place where I'm self-fulfilled. You know what I mean? And despite materialistic things, those things come and go. But
exactly.
Your soul, your peace, family, love. These things are eternal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that.
Sorry to get deep, but
no. I was gonna say those are probably like the only we never heard those answers before.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
And
it's interesting you said God too, because like I was talking to somebody the other day. I was like, yo, you know what's crazy? No one's like really taking in, like, just believe that there's a God. Like if you have like issues or something, like fuck therapy, fuck all that shit. Just if you believe the word of God, or not to be
Yeah,
religious, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
to each his own. If you want to believe
Yeah.
it as a God or the universe or
Yeah, for
fucking a
sure.
cow or
Something
whatever.
higher than yourself. You know what I mean?
Whatever it is you want to believe in, believe in it. But it's like, I think that's what our society is missing, is that little piece of like
Yeah.
faith. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Right. Yeah.
It's,
my
it's
take
tough,
on it.
man. I think
Yeah.
technology prevents that too in some ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
taking it's taking that that whole element away from society.
Yeah,
you know.
It's kind of like
crazy.
You don't need faith when you have like niggas telling you what the answer is every 2 seconds on your
you have
Instagram feed.
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? ChatGPT. You know what I mean? Like
that's
it's scary. It's
crazy.
scary, yo.
You don't need faith if you got ChatGPT.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you,
Because you
man.
got the answers.
How many?
I'm
Yeah, how
telling
many people? How many people
No,
say
for
that?
real.
Yo, let me ask chat. Let me ask chat, or let me
Yeah,
ask
man.
ChatGPT.
It's scary, man. And you rob yourself of life. You know what I mean? Like you,
Of even using your brain.
yeah, and no experiences. People don't know how to talk to girls anymore.
Yeah,
Bro, when's the
last-
ChatGPT, give me a one-liner to talk to a girl.
Yeah.
Stumped. Yeah.
When's the last time
You're
you
not even-
drove somewhere without using a GPS that you
Yeah,
kind
yo.
of only remember like getting there? Bro, I try to do that at least every time I drive. I try
Yeah.
to drive as far as I can before.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, all right, I don't know like this area too well. I haven't been here. Okay, let me pop
I'm
it
the
in,
same
you know
way,
what I mean?
because it scares me not to always I have to depend on that every time I'm
Yeah.
going somewhere. Even
Yeah.
if somewhere you already know already, but you're
Yes.
still using it regardless.
Exactly.
Like,
No,
Yeah.
living in Toronto, you need that GPS.
Oh, yeah, it's
bro.
different for you guys,
Yeah,
bro.
no,
Nah, man.
That traffic, I need to know the quickest way to get there. I don't want to know. I don't want to memorize to get there. I
That's,
just
that's, a
wanna
good,
know
that's
the
a good point.
quickest-
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
I
Listen,
need to
at
save
this point,
time.
just embrace the traffic and just take it as you get it, man.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
Sometimes the traffic is needed for sure. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
you
Like,
sit there and
you need
Sometimes
that time
it-
to sit with yourself and just hold the meds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
sometimes
it.
the traffic it's protecting you from whatever is out there. Or
Nah,
facts.
Russian, you know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a good outlook too.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So talking about the remainder of the year and the things to come in the future, what is in the works for you, and what should we expect?
So I have my next single dropping November 7th.
Dope.
That's the next part of the story. After that, I'm dropping the EP called Insecure in January, which that's like the full love story that I'm kind of painting right now.
Is that a part of the, or is this an EP? Is it part of changes as well, or?
Yeah, it's part of changes. So Insecure is basically a piece of the bigger story, which is the album. But I'm releasing it in certain sections, almost like a TV series. So this is gonna be like my season 1. And as we progress, the whole story will be unfolded eventually. But
Makes sense.
yeah, but November and January will be the next single,
Okay.
and then January will be the actual EP for
EP.
the project for sure.
Amazing, yeah, and everything out on the streaming platforms.
Anywhere you can find it is there for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So for the people that are interested and want to follow up with you, you mind shouting out your socials and?
For sure. So Skip Waiters on everything. SKIPWAITERS. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or X. Wherever you can find me, Apple Music,
TikTok?
Spotify, TikTok.
TikTok.
I'm everywhere, man. Trying to keep up with the young folks.
You got to. You got
Just
to. And
it.
we're going to put everything in the description
Yeah,
as well.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, bro, we appreciate you, for taking the time out of your busy day.
No
I
worries.
know you got a session after this. I know you're always cooking up.
Trying
You
to.
know what I mean? keep being great at what you do.
Appreciate
Keep
it.
evolving. We appreciate you sitting down with me and Zico.
Of course, man.
You
Nah, I
know,
receive that for
and,
sure.
we look forward, to all your upcoming
Success, yep.
projects, your
No,
success.
thank you, man.
Any concerts, just let us know, man. We're
Yeah.
there.
I'll let you guys know, man. I'll
Yeah.
get you guys contacts after this too.
Oh,
So.
Yeah,
for sure,
for
for
sure,
sure.
for
Thank
sure.
thank you for having me, by the way.
Yeah,
It means the
appreciate
world
you,
for
man.
sure,
Yeah.
man.
Pleasure,
for sure.
pleasure, bro. And you already know it's Richdiet Podcast. If you like this content, this podcast, make sure you comment below, leave a little like, leave a little note, share with your friends.
Subscribe. Don't
Yes.
forget, motherfucker.
Subscribe.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Stop staying home gooning all day. Like,
And gerbering and gurksing
you know what I
and
mean?
something with a G and this and
Right?
that.
Watch the podcast and learn something, taking some of this good info, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You already know I'm your host, Aaron Bills.
Zico.
Skip Waiters.
Yes, sir.
Better tip the waiter. We out. Peace and love.
Peace.
Yeah.
Peace.